Hello everyone, this is Captain Frenzied Fishstick from WVR. Today I'm gonna teach every one of you Reapers how to make a very cheap settlement with items you can essentially get from almost the lowest level. Now this character wasn't good for setup and building, and I only have one character really on this PC file. So yeah, here we go. So first of all we've got the weapons workbench. The weapons workbench, the cooking stove, and the armor smith do exactly what they did in Fallout 4, as well as the fact that you can build them by default from the beginning of the game, which is really useful. The chemistry workbench over here, I don't know whether this is the exact model. Yeah, sorry if I have to sneak because I pissed off Ada and for some reason she doesn't become friendly anymore. But yeah, at least. This one you get at the Morgantown airport. Sorry. But yeah, you get this one at the Morgantown airport. You do like 3 missions. You get sent there. This is gonna be in some kind of stash box looking thing. Just go into your, I think it's your MISC or something. But at least it's gonna be MISC or notes, and it's gonna tell you that this is in it. Just build it, and you can just build it. All of these are relatively resource non-intensive, although I would say prioritize like a weapon and maybe armor bench just to have them. But if you really have to choose for anything, just take the cooking stove, because that thing can always be useful. You know, cooking some stuff on the go. This way your food doesn't spoil near as fast. So yeah, that's a good thing. So now for the building of the house. Also, I'm gonna add a power armor frame thing to it, which is not exactly required. I think you need to find a plan that is very hard to find, maybe some military outpost or something, I don't know where, but at least you're gonna have to find this one, I think. Not like it really matters, because power armor isn't exactly something you should be running around with in the beginning of the game. What few fusion cores you have, you will spend on this, and it will just be a giant suction hose for resources, ammunition and other stuff, all exactly helping you build up. So let's start with the building. Now what I'm gonna try and build, because here in wood, I can also choose prefabs, which I did in the previous video, but the audio quality was shit for it. But I essentially made this house. Okay, I took this house. Now I'm gonna build it right in front of you, just to show you that it's not that resource intensive. Take a was. Give me a sec for the prefab. We have a real quick look inside, so it's full squares. Okay, yeah, that's doable. So yeah. So as you can see, nothing really hard at this end. The reason I say wood instead of anything more sophisticated is essentially because wood's so plentiful, you might as well make use out of it. So this is where stuff can get a bit wonky. Because will it clip to this? No, it won't. Okay. Now let's go to the normal wall first and get that done. It's been a real long time since I last made these things, but as you can see, they're already taking shape. Yeah, for this here. How did you do this again? Give me a sec. Where is the prefab? Just so I can have a bit of a model to look at. I mean, you're gonna have it a bit easier because you're gonna have this video. Oh yeah, that's true. It has an opening there. Okay, yeah. So let's get some of these corners going then. I'm just trying to use this amount of volume that I have, mostly because it's just so useful. Yeah, what type of wall was used in this? Because these prefabs, they're really useful. I don't know whether they're in Fallout 76. I haven't really looked at it. I mean, I should have. I know that, but I haven't done that. Yeah, there is this one seemingly with some kind of, it's just closed on one end. You know what, if I don't find any problem, like it really matters. So we're just gonna set this up. No. You're gonna fit it right here. Sometimes the clipping is a bit bad in Fallout 4. Luckily, Fallout 76 seems to be a lot better at that. Now these corner pieces that I've used, that go to use, are a lot more, friendly. They'll slot in here perfectly. Problem, give me a sec. Choose the right one. I don't really care that much myself about the aesthetics of this, but yeah. Try and keep it a bit tidy. Stuff like that. I think I... Do you think I can make like a very small wall? Yeah, I think I can make these. Yes. See? And you essentially have what I had there. So it's not that hard. See? That's already your downstairs floor done. And as you can see, exactly the same as the prefab. You have the same amount of space. I'm not even asking you to be that resource intensive. Now, it might take you a minute to get all that wood, but yeah. I mean, it's definitely not the hardest thing in the world that I'm asking you to do, to gather some wood and, do something. So let's again use a prefab as our model, because you're seeing here how it should be built, but do remember I haven't really built this thing ever. I always use the prefab, but I know it's not a thing that exists. I think it's not a thing that exists in Fallout 4. Yeah, let's just start using the normal floor template. Yes. Wood floor, wood floor, wood floor. Now you can obviously choose what kind of wood floor if you like the aesthetic of one more than the other. I don't judge. You do you. At the end of the day, I have no control of what you're actually gonna place. I'm just gonna be able to give you a bit of an idea of what is out there. Yeah, that seems not good. What else? What's in the shack? Let me just have a quick look. Some kind of door frame. Okay. So, okay, this is the last bit of the walls. Fortunately, after this I just have to put on the rooftop, and we're essentially done with making the house itself. As you can see, it's a fairly, space efficient house. Although not perfect, definitely not, but it's a lot more space efficient. You know what, let's grab this. Let's put wall here. Now it's putting in a floor again. I don't even know why this stuff is being so obnoxious to me. Oh, but give me a sec again. Prefabs. Sometimes it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. I'm gonna be very honest about that. So the back is made like that. It was the roof that was already laid here. Oh, that explains it. Yeah, it's just the roof already. See, a roof wouldn't make a problem of this. Okay, yeah, that explains it. Yeah, obviously, let's have a bit of light going on here. It's not exactly... I mean, sure, I'm at this point. I have so many resources. That doesn't really matter to me, but you can easily see how this is a fairly beautiful house. It's not exactly that hard to make. Let's now make the railing, which is about all I think I still have to make. Miscellaneous, yeah, I think this is about all I still have to make for it. Just put these things here 4 times. It's gonna solve itself. What? How the hell did they do that? Well, like it matters. can just have this. Let's place some doors on here. Woods. Miscellaneous, but it's not miscellaneous, I think it's walls? No, it was somewhere here. Give me a sec. Ah yeah, it was just indoors itself. It's been a while since I made these things, okay? Because I made any buildings in Fallout 4. So yeah, as you can see, fairly roomy upstairs. Oh, there, that is a block. Let's just get a slightly better wall set up here. That explains a bit. Just it. Done. Now just some roofs. You can choose whatever you want as a roof. I don't know how far choice goes in Fallout 76 because it's been not a long while, but I haven't really put in that much effort in the camp, as I already said, so yeah, there is a chance that there are some things in Fallout 76 that I don't know about that you can and can't crack, but essentially you should perfectly be able to make this. I mean, I don't think this is asking you to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. So let's continue down here. Now, how would I use the entirety of the lower structure of this? Well, first, take this for cooking stuff. Personally, I'd set it upstairs here, you know, on the terrace, cook some stuff. Nice view. You can put it also downstairs inside if you want. I mean, it really just depends on where you want it. Personally, I'm gonna put just the main crafting stuff down here, when, you know, you can essentially just pop in, make a few upgrades to your weapons, pop out again. If you need food, you go a bit more inside, but if you need food, you might need some other stuff, so you might as well dedicate a bit more time to the food and things like that. Because if you are prepared for any kind of exploration mission, well, guess what? Yeah, by the time you're back, you're gonna have enough that it's actually worth for you to step down for a second. Let me check real quick. Okay, yeah, this is the right side forward, okay. Yeah, because I forgot whether it was the right side forward. But as you can see, yeah, you haven't really used up all your space. So, you know, let's say power armor frame. You know what, let's go get one, oh wait, I've got one here. I've got here a T45. Well, let's say you want power armor, sure, let's just build it. In Fallout 76, from what I heard, the power armor frame will attach itself to the user, so essentially you're not capable of going anywhere else. So here, you just park your power armor outfit right here, no one else will be able to use it, and just yank out the fusion core. That's what I always do, and it's what I advise everyone else to do. So yeah, now you have yourself a basic settlement. Well, let's see, you also have power armor station, you have that. You know what, let's have a bit more distance because this thing is quite large. You know, let's keep a bit of distance. You can just put it here, you know, just move the power armor out, just move this thing in somewhere. God damn it. You could put it like around here where the power armor is standing, no problem. Just move out the power armor, move this thing in, it'll solve itself. Upstairs, obviously, bed. You know, put a bed or whatever you've got one for, but the metal bed should be easy to get your hands on. This is the metal bed itself. The blueprint for it can be found at the Overseer's camp, which is literally one of the first locations you go to once you exit the vault. Now, again, these are all things you can do if you all have been level 1, level 3 and have done like the first 3 missions. So nothing in here is particularly high requirement. These generators, again, same. You have already made, you can already make them. I would say put them in like this corner or something, you know, somewhere where it doesn't really matter that much where they are. You know, some kind of corner in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, see? Chain them together and you've got 9 power. In the long term, they're not as efficient. Now, you know, attach like 2 of these things to your ceiling, and that should do. You attach one here. I would say attach one not around here. Personally, I actually prefer to make these things a bit more obscure and spend a few more resources. But assuming you can't, you know, you can just drag this around like that. This is going to be a perfect electricity network because it's not exactly inside. Now that's the problem. Yes, you know, the problem. Yeah, this is how you distribute your electricity, about as efficient as you're gonna get it. See, it's just perfectly distributed. It goes from there, there, there. If you want, just attach one wire here, and it's also gonna be good. Now, for lighting. Lighting, you know, just make the standard hanging light bulb. It's actually, in my opinion, just the best because it's so easy to make. You know, glass, copper, steel. It's not exactly resource intensive, nor does it require any real electrical power. And yeah, see, you already have your place lighted. Now, how can you actually make the electricity grid be the best system? See, this is also going to be in the game, I assume. I haven't really checked it out, but then again, why wouldn't they put a simple switch in here? If you're really worried about your electrical power grid, you can just put one here. Grab this little bastard. And ta-da! You know? No? Now, why is this thing so powered? This was the moment I knew I fucked up. Shut up. Well, I fucked up. But yeah, just go for this then. Well, yeah. Like it really matters. It's the post-apocalypse. Like your bit of extra consumption is gonna matter that much. Fuck it. At this point, you might as well drop some extra nukes just to you know, give yourself a fair shot at exterminating the general populace that survived. Yeah, now why the fuck are you acting like that? Ah well, let's put a new light here. Yeah, see, lights. There's light now. So that's alright. You've got most of your crafting in here. I still have some space left, so, you know, obviously nothing done. It's gonna be used in here. And all of the space, as you can see, has actually been abused, because if you've got the instrument plans, well, guess what? You can put a chair here with the instrument, no problem. And then we're going to go real quick also into furniture here, because this is very important. Now this is just a steamer trunk I'm gonna place down, but it's the thing the closest to a stash box. A stash box is a bit bigger, but there's no reason to not put it somewhere like here. Now a stash box will automatically connect to all your crafting tables, so don't worry, as long as you have a stash box in the same camp, it will automatically connect itself, which is really useful, because then you only have to do this. And you can just drop off your resources, no problem. Because you can just go in, drop resources, be back out, and be like, see you later. See you in like 3 weeks or something. Okay, next thing, real important, the defense. Yeah, the reason why I went with this kind of a ridge is actually fairly simple. Defenses. Now, imagine that they come from about any angle. Okay, so we've got 2 turrets already. Okay. You put a turret here. You've got yourself essentially any angle covered. If they come from any angle, almost any angle, you'll know it, and your turret will know it. Yeah. See, almost any angle you go approach this house from. Yeah, obviously this one's pointing a bit the wrong direction, but they can turn 360 degrees. But yeah, see, at almost any given position, you're gonna have 1 to 2 turrets pointed at you, which is useful, because I think only party members can open your door and stuff, actually get in, and if you really want to be secure, good, chuck down one in this corner as well, something like that, you know, somewhere around here, or put one on this level, you know, guarding your bed. This way, even if they come in, by the time they get upstairs, you know, there's another machine gun turret firing at them. I wouldn't do this personally, but you can. But you see, there's still some things you can do with this. You can work a bit more up if you want. I mean, there's no problem with just replacing this with another stairway and just going up and just making like your own Trump Tower. As well as the fact that down here you essentially have anything you need for crafting. I mean, you've got your workbenches. I mean, you can say, oh, I don't want my cooking workbench there. Well, you can easily slam it down here. You can essentially change this layout however you want, but my idea is most of the crafting and industrial stuff you really need here. You can decorate this place however you feel like, without a problem. And if you really want to go crazy, slap a roof on here and an artillery thing. You know, you even have artillery, localized artillery. How's that for having a base made out of scrap wood? You know, as you can see, it looks pretty inviting, and you know, and obviously if you're talking about fogging and stuff, nothing keeps you from placing down a water pump or a water purifier here, and some vegetables. I mean, that stuff's essentially talking for itself. But yeah, as you can see, fairly defended. Fairly small, so not a lot of attention will be drawn to it without a reason. So yeah, this seems like a fairly good location. Also, yeah, I'm gonna close up that one hole here because it's really annoying me that I've put down a door. And this is what I get. So where is that little wall thing? It's not even loaded in yet, I'm just scrolling through it too fast. That's it. Yep. See, now my house is closed off. Yeah, as you can see, not that hard to make. And even if you wanted, you could snap down from inside of this. So yeah, this is a house. This is essentially all you'll need. You can expand on this, you can make this metal, you can make this concrete even if you want. I personally like the wood look a bit more because it makes it a bit easier to slam it down somewhere in the middle of nowhere through in the flat woods forest, for example, where you're gonna spend most of your low level time anyway, because it's definitely the best place. It has a bunch of mid to low level loot that's gonna be highly valuable for you, as well as the fact that, well, in general, stuff seems to be a bit less dangerous over there. So yeah, going here, using this, making this, it's gonna be the best option you have to make a fairly comfortable home, and you can smack this down any part of the map almost. No one's gonna ever figure out that this is your house, because most people won't even come across it, and if they do, they might not be prepared for machine gun fire. So yeah, that was this comprehensive tutorial. Now I know some fellow Reapers with the names of mostly Gypsy and maybe Red or Penny will also give you a tutorial on a house. However, Gypsy's tutorial that he has put on the Mixer channel he has is almost as much of a tutorial as just a full-on military base. Mine was constructed with obviously the idea of you're gonna have, I mean, these machine gun turrets are even optional. If you don't put them in there, say with the thingy you only need one generator I just showed you, you can put quite a few there. Okay, you can I would say you can easily juggle out around 6 small generators in about this corner if you try. You can decorate this place however you want. This is just to give you an idea of how you can go if you want to go fairly cheap. And obviously nothing keeps you from slamming down a few sleeping bags downstairs, upstairs, and then the other guys can also join you, because even though that's just a small rooftop and it's about as open as it can get, that counts as being under a roof, so you don't have to worry about diseases. So yeah, this was essentially the tutorial. Now let's see first if Ada stopped us. So well, I'll end it here. I'll have to murder my entire settlement again, and hope you guys have fun. If you see me in the wasteland, I don't have a problem with helping you out. Have fun.